What's good, everybody? What's up? What's up, Floby? How you doing, man? How we doing this fine evening? We doing good? We doing good? Alright, y'all know what it is. We're over here covering a few of the games, you know what I'm saying? It's that time of year. It's rivalry weekend. We got Texas and Texas Tech playing right now. We got Michigan State and Penn State facing down at the moment. What's up, Ren Liddell? How you doing? How you doing? Toledo beat Central Michigan 32-17. Oklahoma destroyed TCU 69-45. Well, it wasn't really destroying. I mean, Oklahoma led up 45 points, but Iowa beat Nebraska 13-0. And we have the rest of the games tomorrow, except the big one, Oregon versus Oregon State, happening tonight at 5:30 p.m. Western Time, at 8:30 Eastern. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the people in here. Let's see what we have to chat about, my friends. Because we have a very, very big game coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Civil War. The Pac-12 is it's in the hands of that game. What happens next in the top four will be affected by this game, despite the fact that neither team is in the top four. But it will affect it in the sense that due to records and conference play. Oregon wins this game. They go on to the Pac-12 championship. They lose and Arizona wins, which I would assume Arizona would win that game, but you know anything can happen on rivalry weekend. So yeah, we'll have to see. I have to see who Washington will play, Oregon or Arizona. You saw the Iowa-Nebraska game. Now, but type of game. As a matter of fact, the Big Ten championship has its first team set and ready. That is Iowa, who just beat Nebraska 13-0, meaning that whoever plays them, Michigan or Ohio State, is probably going to handle business easily, as there is nobody from the opposing side of the Big Ten to face up to Michigan and Ohio State and do anything to them. So the Big Ten championship is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Big Ten is tomorrow. Don't the championship, the actual championship. It's just a exhibition. It's just a game for the champion from the East to just have a fun time. You know what I'm saying? Big Ten East champion, just to have a game to stay in shape, if you will. But I'll wait for Beam to join this up. What's going on, you guys? Y'all trying to click the link? But yeah, that's all we got for now. So let's just talk about a few games real quick. Like I already said, I already talked about most of these games. Oregon State. Who y'all got tonight, guys? I thought Blaine Liddell was gonna join. Guess not. Where's Octavian? Octavian, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Octavian? Come on, man. Gotta show your face, man. Can't be scared. Oh, y'all got the Ducks. Okay, okay. This game is indeed in Oregon, so the home team seems to have a big advantage for this game. But of course, let's just break news real quick. Speaking of Oregon State, it's been reported by NBC Sports. I've been seeing this on Twitter. The Oregon State head coach Jonathan Smith has emerged as the top candidate for the Michigan State coaching position, and that is very interesting news as Michigan State is currently at the bottom of the damn barrel, so they're gonna need somebody ASAP. And we got Aces Beam in the house, maybe a 1-point game. Oh, you think it's gonna be that close? Shit, man. Well, the link is in the chat. I'm supposed to get in case y'all newcomers don't get it yet. But I think in terms of tonight's game, I think Oregon holds on with the win. I think they go on to face Washington in a rematch, and we'll see if the Oregon fans that always tell me that they're going to beat them will come true. And we'll save Ohio State and Michigan for when Beam is ready to come on. Auburn, Alabama. Let's start. I stand corrected.
Yeah. Was good.
We got the Michigan representative.
The suck nuts, man. Fuck the suck nuts. But before we get into that, because we was just talking about Oregon State, right? Or what game were you
Yeah.
changing to?
Nah, Oregon State. We can finish on that.
Oregon State. Okay. I think Oregon State's going to be close. Let's keep in mind, it's been close the last 3 years, and Oregon State has won 2 of the last 3. Oregon State is a very competitive, very good team. Yeah, they've lost 3 games. They got upset by Washington State. They lost to Arizona, and they did lose to Washington. But they've been very competitive, very good. You know, the ukulele has turned a new leaf in his college career over there, pretty much. So I do think it'll be a close game, and it has potential to be a 1-point game. Do I think it will be a 1-point game? No, that's very hard to come by, right? But I don't expect Oregon to win by more than 4 points. It'll be a
Hey,
4-point game or less in Oregon's favor.
this I saw this tweet implying from apparently NBC Sports was reporting that little brother to Michigan is looking for a new head coach, and
They
their
do
top
need
target is the man from Oregon
they
State.
do need a new head coach. I mean, keep in mind their current head coach is an interim head coach. They are looking for a new head coach. But it doesn't matter who little brother gets, because little brother can get anybody and they'll still get bitch smacked by big brother.
What was the last time Michigan State was good, man? Like 2012,
2021, actually, because remember they went 11-2 that year.
Oh yeah, hey, I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
they actually stepped up and beat Big Bro that year, but would lose 2 games, and Big Bro would go to the playoffs while they were stuck playing Pitt and getting smacked by Pitt in a bowl game.
Jesus.
2021 was a
Well,
weird year. Pitt was actually good in 2021. That's crazy.
I know. No, I remember that, bro. I remember that.
Fucking Kenny Pickett with the fake slide. So
Kenny
now there's a
Pickett.
new
I
rule.
know. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna save that rant for later from you,
Yeah,
'cause that's the
yeah.
highlight. And then,
I will save the rant later. I'm gonna be so for real with that rant. I'm gonna just play the rant that you saw it earlier because it was on my podcast. I'll just play the rant earlier, then add more shit on top of it if that's cool with you.
word? Alright, that's word.
Just so I don't have to reiterate 50 million things.
Yeah. And then, I wanna talk about next, I wanna
What?
talk about the terrorist
Oh,
game, 'cause that's what I'm gonna call it, Alabama versus Auburn. Those are 2 terrorist organizations in
um,
my personal view. I hate the both of them so much right
um,
now. I've always
uh,
hated them. Who
see,
likes those 2 colleges? Like, really? Come on.
I mean, I've always kind of had a soft spot for Auburn just because they'll upset Bama sometimes and stop Bama from being from going to the playoffs or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the kick six is a legendary play, but but at the same time, you have to acknowledge this season Auburn's sorry as fuck. So,
Yeah.
and because they're sorry as fuck, the Iron Bowl's not going to be close. And I hate Bama and Auburn fans for being like the Iron Bowl is better than the game, bro. Your guys' the Iron Bowl was last relevant in the early 2010s, right, where they're both competing for national titles, right? Outside of that, though,
I would have to disagree with that because 2019 was a pretty influential Iron Bowl.
it was true, but at the same time, Auburn wasn't really playing anything for spoiler, right? When I say relevant on the games level, every time Michigan and Ohio State, it pretty much means something either for the Big Ten or national championship, right? It means
Well,
something in
yeah.
the bigger picture. For the Iron Bowl, while it is a great rivalry, right? a lot of the time it doesn't have implications like that. You know what I mean? For either the SEC or national championship outside of like the early 2010s, right? And a lot of times it's just little bro trying to play spoiler against big bro, you know?
Yeah. Well, the a representative of the SEC has arrived. Brent Liddell, what are your thoughts on the Iron Bowl, my friend?
My thoughts on the Iron Bowl is I would love to see Auburn win. It's not going to happen, but hey, keep in mind, man, Hugh Freeze has beaten Nick Saban twice in a row.
That
So-
is true. That is true.
Stranger things have happened.
Indeed.
Well, yeah, hey,
Indeed.
that Iron Bowl 2 years ago, I don't know what was going on, bro. I was
pissed.
invisible-
Auburn
invisible.
blew it, and I was pissed. I was so
Yeah, they
angry.
should have won that game.
Like, I was so angry.
It could very well be a similar type of situation because Auburn has a
It
good
could
defense,
be.
and
It
yet
could
again, their offense is non-existent.
be. That is true. That is indeed true.
Yeah, it could be, but it's wishful thinking, man. Nothing would make me happier to see Auburn fucking beat Alabama, man. That would
But
be
yeah,
just
no, if I gotta give a prediction, for fucking the Iron Bowl,
touchdown Texas Tech. I mean Texas.
I think Alabama's gonna roll and win by like 24 points. It's gonna be like Auburn can win the game. It is at Jordan-Hare. We've seen weirder things, but I'm sorry, you don't get bitch smacked at home by 21 points to New Mexico State and then me
Yeah,
believe that you're
right.
gonna be a top 10 team. Like, I'm sorry, you're not. You
Yeah,
know?
no, this game's gonna get ugly quick.
Yeah, it's gonna
The
get ugly
the
fast.
only thing is if Auburn ended up pulling off some type of bullshit magical miracle,
It will be
Bama would
remembered
go
for years.
Bama
my
would
God.
go into the SEC championship deflated as fuck.
If
It would-
if Bama loses the game, then they're out of playoff contention. So
If Auburn pulls it'll be bigger than the kick six, man. Come on, bro. It had to be something like that.
I don't necessarily agree with that because the kick six sent Auburn to the national title game. Right.
Did they
Right.
win it
So,
that year?
no, they so
No, they
the
wouldn't
kick
win.
six the kick six was 2013, which sent Auburn to the national title game, and they lost to Florida State. That was 2013.
They lost to Florida State. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that was Jameis Winston, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jameis.
Okay,
So I wouldn't
well,
say
in
it'd
terms
probably be
of,
bigger than kick six,
the
but it
only
would be
thing-
remembered
the only
for
thing Auburn's
years.
playing for.
Is Auburn still playing
Yeah,
for
no,
bowl
for sure.
eligibility? They might. No, they're not. Yeah, they're just
That's
playing
what I
to
was
be
about to say.
spoiler.
They're 6-5.
Yeah, they're playing for. They're just
Yeah,
trying to
they're
play
6-5,
spoiler
so
for
they're
Big
pretty
Bro.
much
Yeah, that's
because they're in a bowl game. So
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Well-
they're just playing to be spoiler. Which I mean, hey, it could happen, but I don't see it happening. I
Oh,
think
it's
Bama takes
on
care
Georgia.
of business.
Hey,
coming
did
Georgia
you
Tech over there.
do you guys know? I seen this stat today, man, and it surprised me because I didn't know this, man. That Ole Miss won 10 games this year. This is the only the second time in school history that they've won 10 games in a season.
I'm
Is that-
surprised. I'm surprised.
that
it's
not
only this-
crazy?
That is crazy.
Wait, is that? Is that true?
hold on.
Dude, yeah, look it up. I mean, that's what the stats said. This is the second time they've won 10 games in a regular season.
Yeah, is this real?
This is their second
This
time.
Is wild.
This is second time. This is
Damn.
their second
I
time.
told you. Yeah,
Yo.
that is crazy, isn't it?
That
Hey,
is
Lane Kiffin
wild.
deserves credit. Lane Kiffin deserves
Yeah.
credit.
All right.
The
Lane
Lane
Kiffin.
train.
Lane Kiffin is the SEC's version of James Franklin.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. Oh,
That's
Absolutely.
three losses.
that is like the best way I can explain him.
Georgia
Yep.
and Alabama were the only two losses. He can beat everyone but the big boys.
Yeah,
For real.
but that was very surprising to me, man. I mean, I that really kind of shocked me. Actually,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
that's actually wild, bro. Damn.
It is
All
wild.
right,
What
what's
is
the,
also what is
official-
also wild is fucking Iowa winning 10 games this year, which was crazy.
Bro,
Right,
Bro,
that-
did
you know-
see that 13-10, not 13-0. I don't know why I kept saying that. 13-10 against Nebraska. That is some bull, bro.
Yeah, but that like it's so wild because when you think of Iowa, you're like, oh yeah, they should not be ranked. Then you see they're 10-2, and you're like, okay, maybe they should be ranked because
Dude, they're
bro.
they find a way to win. You know.
their offense is anemic, bro. Did you? I mean, did you even watch the? I mean, the game was. I don't know,
Bro,
man.
listen, the over-under on that game was 24 and a half
24,
points.
yeah,
They
24 and a
scored
half.
23. The over-under was 24 and a half, and they still managed to go under. That's crazy.
What was
Yeah,
that?
but
What
bro,
was what was their season average point? Like 24 or something like that. This is the only school. This is the only school in NCAA history that's scored that few points and still be ranked. Still be ranked.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Their average is below 20 for sure.
Yeah.
It's either below 20 or it might be at 20 just due to the fact that they smacked Western Michigan across the face 41-10.
Yeah. But hold on, I want to point out a very obvious problem that gets overlooked. This is a third season in a row where the Big Ten championship will be decided tomorrow. There is no Big Ten championship after that. Whoever wins this game is winning the Big Ten.
I don't necessarily think that's a problem though. That's why the game is the biggest rivalry in all of sports. Every single time they play, it normally has Big Ten aspirations.
It matters. It matters.
All that's gonna do is with this trend continuing due to the reforming of the conferences, is you're gonna get Michigan and Ohio State played back to back. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. While I do understand your concerns, I don't think that's going to happen as often due to we're adding 4 pretty solid football teams. So I don't think it's going to happen as often as we're thinking it is. But then two, as a Michigan fan, I wouldn't mind smacking Ohio State across the face twice.
Actually, I retract my statement. I forgot about the 4 Pac-12 teams. My bad.
That would give Ryan Day something really to cry about, bro. He's got to play Michigan twice.
Hey man, Dale, you got away from our rant near the end of the stream or whatever because, like, bro, I went off on them, bro.
Did you?
I did. I got a rant on my channel. So I posted a podcast episode today, and then I posted, which at the end of that podcast was me ranting about Ohio State, right? And I decided to take that like rant at the end, right, and make it like its own little video as well. And so when it comes to rant time on the stream, I'm gonna just play that video, then add like more things on top of it. It's good, bro. Hey, listen. Not only do my Michigan Wolverines own the suck nuts, I own the suck nuts.
And you own. You scared Bill away. He's gone.
I know. Dude, where the fuck is Bill, man? Did he fucking? I don't know. Him and Octavian's in the same fucking dark hole somewhere. I guess I don't know.
Octavian's actually funny though.
No, Octavian's been showing up.
Yeah, Octavian shows up here and there, but he'll like dip soon because he probably gets busy or some shit. Bill's just been in no show for weeks after I've bitch smacked him multiple times.
Bill retreated to KB. He retreated back to KB.
Oh, you know that for sure.
I think you hurt Bill's feelings, Beam. You hurt him bad, bro.
And I'd do it again. I would
do it again. Yeah, that's funny as fuck, dude.
Is he a bitch?
Hey, he lost his shit if he heard what we were talking about the Iron Bowl just now.
I mean, he'd be happy to say he'd be happy to hear us think we think Bama's gonna win big, but he'll lose our shit by saying it's a good rivalry, but it's not the best.
Yeah,
what you do
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, Georgia Tech, man, that's like a robot.
Last time that's been relevant was the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Georgia Tech, like who's a more sorry little brother, Georgia Tech or Michigan State? Like Georgia Tech more sorry, bro.
That's a hard call, bro.
I mean, I don't know.
Michigan. Yeah, Michigan State has been good every now and then.
I mean, while that is true, I'm gonna say I think Michigan State is a bit more sorry, even though they've been good more recently than Tech has. At least Tech is, good academically speaking, right?
Well, you gotta have something, man.
Yeah, like Tech, like I told Chip one time. I said, Tech's gonna get bitch smacked across the face because they're too busy trying to cure cancer. Right. Michigan State gets bitch smacked across the face because their students are too busy drinking beer at night. because they're known as the party school.
Right.
So,
Right.
Hey,
I
bro,
hear you.
you see? No, Dale. You see that? You see that video that surfaced of the Georgia Tech coach said that we have an opponent in this state that we are going to dominate. That we work 365 days a year to dominate. That we will dominate first quarter to fourth quarter. I was like, man, shut your bitch ass up.
I mean, he's just doing his
No,
job
I
to
missed
hype
it.
up
I
his
missed.
team. But
Yeah,
I gotta be so for real. You got to
I missed
expect
Oh,
this game, man.
how are
I
you
missed
that,
that.
bro? It's Georgia. I'm sorry, bro, but you can't be saying that, man.
Listen, if Georgia,
If you're Georgia Tech,
if
bro.
Georgia Tech were to beat Georgia, that would be like one of the biggest upsets in
Oh my God,
college
dude.
sports.
They're not beating
Man.
Georgia, bro.
Imagine Georgia Tech spoiling your guys' win streak.
Oh my
not.
God. Could you imagine? Every fan base on the fucking internet would just fucking love that shit, bro. They would love
they-
that
yeah.
shit.
Georgia would never
Mi-
be able to live that one down. I'm
Dude,
gonna be so
No,
Beam,
never.
Beam,
Never.
Alabama fans, Michigan fans, Michigan State fans, Ohio State fans, Toledo fans, BYU fans, Vanderbilt fans, James Madison fans, Coastal fans, Florida fans, Stanford fans, Iowa State. Every single fan base from here to Timbuktu would love that shit, bro.
Hell
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I don't care in either way because I don't give a fuck about the Georgia Tech Georgia rivalry, right? But I'd find it funny if Georgia lost.
I mean, they're not going to for the
But
foreseeable
yeah,
future.
no, they're not going to. Like it'll probably it can be it could 100% mean more. It could 100% be more brutal than the way Michigan did Michigan State this year, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
listen,
you know, Georgia Tech is bowl eligible, right? They do have 6 wins already, right?
Yeah,
Aren't they 6 wins?
they do have 6 wins, so they are bowl eligible. But that's just
and
because they play in the sorry ass conference known as the ACC.
Right, right.
They're not playing for jack shit anyway.
Like the ACC is like you know, the ACC at this point, like I don't know if I can consider a power conference outside of, but they only are because they do have Louisville and Florida State, so they are. But like the ACC every damn year is pretty top heavy on whoever's on the top.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, the ACC is the only reason why Clemson had any success. If Clemson had an actual competitive conference, I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Well,
I highly doubt they
Well,
get
no,
I mean,
so-
let me tell you
that
why.
statement,
Beam.
that statement
Beam.
does have some truth to
I
it.
need to explain my statement though, because I don't think y'all. It's because who was the most healthy team going into the playoffs those years? It was Clemson.
No,
If you look at the injury list, Clemson never had any major injuries. You know why? Because they were playing trash schools, so they could rest their players more, take it easy, lay it back, chill out, and be full strength for when they play the good. I'm not downgrading their success. I'm not downgrading those trophies they won. I'm not downgrading the talent that they did have. I'm just saying having a weak conference helps, bro.
No, that is facts. But you know, at the end of the day, right? We do talk about this a lot, right? When it comes to like the college football playoff, it's about who deserves to be there, right? It's not necessarily the best teams. It's about who deserves to be there, right?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
if you want to be there, win your games, right? You know, Clemson, they won their games. Granted, it was trash opponents, but, you know, we're giving the Georgia the benefit of the doubt. We're giving, you know, Michigan the benefit of the doubt, right? You know, so I'm going to give Clemson the benefit of the doubt as well. And at the end of the day, it culminated in, 4 national championship appearances with 2 national titles, one of them smacking Bama across the face. You know,
that's true, but you can't disagree that if Missouri was in the ACC, Missouri would be undefeated and be going into the ACC championship.
Well, this year maybe, but not necessarily during Clemson's dominance.
Okay, well, I mean, okay, on the same, you know, same kind of question. Just you know, hypothetically, if Clemson was in the SEC, do you not think that they would be one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the SEC?
Not this year, but when they were dominant.
No. Not this year. And the way Dabo fucking hates the portal and NIL and all that shit, I just don't think they would succeed in the SEC, man. He'd have to change his whole.
They would never succeed the way they did in the ACC, but I definitely think they would have I definitely think they would have separated themselves. You know how we look at Missouri as like that's a good team, but we don't really think of them as a great team this year.
Right.
that's how Clemson would have looked like during Clemson's dominance if they were in the SEC, right? Instead of
I
being
agree with
dominant,
that.
winning national titles, they would have been like Missouri this year in, year out, consistently a good team, a team that you can be like, all right, 10 wins, 9 wins, maybe 11
Right.
wins here and there, but not
They
going all the
definitely,
way, you know?
they definitely would have
Well, I
had
mean,
1 year. They definitely would have had 1 year where they beat Bama and they would have made a playoff run though. Definitely.
well,
I mean, yeah.
hey, dude, I mean, y'all got to. Hey, Missouri's in the top 10, man. I mean, I don't like Missouri. I have no fucking use for him, but I mean, you got to give Eli Drakowitz some fucking credit, dude.
Oh, no,
That dude should be
facts.
probably coach of the year, man. He should probably be coach of the year, bro.
No, I can agree with that. They're 10-2. They're in the top 10. They just got done bitch smacking Arkansas today.
Yep.
Like they were a good team. If they get a couple of pieces, they could. I can see them winning 11 games in the regular
Right.
season. You know what I'm saying? Like they could
Right,
very
right.
Bro,
well.
Missouri ended up being the only threat to Georgia in the
Yeah,
East,
Missouri could
which
be
is
like the
something I
big.
couldn't
Missouri
expect.
could be the biggest threat for Georgia's reign of dominance that will be this decade, more than likely, right? Missouri could be the
Right.
biggest threat for them in the SEC if they get things right.
Yeah,
So are
but the
you?
way that not with the conference thing. With the conference thing, they're a threat to everybody, not just Georgia.
Fair enough.
Right,
That's
right,
true,
exactly. Hey, are you guys excited about the doing away with the conferences next year in the SEC, man? I know, Beam, you really don't give a shit, but Chip,
The Big
I
Ten, the
think
Big Ten's doing the same thing, I think.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be good, man. I mean, dude. But I think we should go to 9 games though. The what is it, the 9-3 fucking model.
Yeah,
You know what I
the
mean?
9 conference games, 3 non-cons.
Yeah.
I definitely can agree. The SEC probably should go to that, because like to like 4 non-con games, right? The way you constantly look at like the SEC scheduling, they do schedule a Power 5 team pretty much every single year with their with those 4 non-con games. Most of the time, that's an in-state rival, like Kentucky with Louisville or Georgia with Georgia Tech, right? But then those other 3 ones, right? Those are like either Group of 5 and sometimes FCS schools. That's fine.
Right.
I'm not dogging that scheduling type of thing, but in my opinion, I think it would look better overall in the SEC if they had the 9 conference games and the 3 non-con games, and one of those non-con games be that Power 5 team, like that in-state rival or just a Power 5 team that's scheduled. Because at that point, you're playing 9. Instead of playing 3 cupcakes and then 9, then not 8 conference games and then 1 Power 5 team that, in Georgia's case, could pretty much just be a Group of 5 team, right? You have 2 cupcakes only, and then you got 10 games where you're playing Power 5 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the ACC only has 8 conference games as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it'd be a better idea to play 9 conference games across the board.
Hey, I don't want to hear no accusations on a cupcake schedule next year from anyone. If anyone
Oh no,
says that,
that's
you're
facts.
gone. You're gone.
No,
bro.
that's facts.
It's
That's
over.
facts.
You have no value. You have no brain, bro.
There's not going to be no cupcake schedule next year.
Nah, you see the schedule?
There's not.
That's facts. And the same thing for Michigan, bro. Michigan's schedule's brutal next year, bro.
Look at
Michigan's schedule.
Look at Florida's
schedule.
Look at Florida's schedule next year.
Florida's gonna be lucky to win 3 games.
Oh, dude, Octavian's gonna actually.
Octavian's not gonna make it next year. He's just not.
Right.
But yeah, hey, Dale. But if we end up winning the majority of our games and we end up doing good, the entire country's gonna say that we ain't played nobody because all the teams we beat were trash that year.
Of course. That's the thing. That's just how it is. And the same thing about Michigan. The same thing about Michigan, man. Same thing about Georgia. Dude, when you're on top, man, people fucking find little shit to fucking pick at or fucking point at or whatever, dude.
Hey, like I said, I don't give a fuck about the whole cheating bullshit. When Michigan wins the national title this year, I don't give a fuck what people will be saying. Like,
If
they cheated.
Michigan wins the title.
No, shut up. When Michigan wins the national title this year, I don't give a fuck about the people saying, oh, they cheated. Oh, it has an asterisk. Oh, it's gonna get vacated. I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, we will be on top of the college football world, and you just couldn't stop us. Learn to fucking stop us, and then y'all can talk some shit.
Oh man, I'm dead.
I can't wait for everyone in the chat to see this rant that I'll put up
who they playing? Who they playing?
All right, well, let's see. What's Michigan's schedule next season?
What is bro, it's fucking brutal. We play Texas.
Oh shit.
We play Washington. We play Oregon. I think we also play Southern Cal.
Jesus, bro.
Oh shit.
Unless you want PCE here.
Like,
and just think,
here.
Beam, just think Harbaugh's not going to be there.
All right, I'm gonna rattle off the schedule. We open up with Fresno State, which is a somewhat competent group of 5 team. We open up with Fresno State, and that's a somewhat competent group of 5 team. That one's at home. Then we're at home against Texas. Then home against Arkansas State. Home against Southern Cal. Home against Minnesota. On the road at Washington. At Illinois. Home against Lil Bro, Michigan State. Home against Oregon. Home against Indiana. Home against on the road against Indiana, home against Northwestern, and on the road at Ohio State. This schedule's
God damn, how many home games y'all got? 10?
We have, I think, 8. We have like 8 home games. It's so weird, but like the schedule's still difficult overall.
Fucking Christ! All right, well, as a reminder for everybody who might or may not be questioning my statement earlier on cupcake schedule and any accusation on Georgia for having a cupcake schedule next season will be false, let me remind you what the schedule is again, ladies and gentlemen. We will be facing the Clemson Tigers. We will be facing the Florida Gators. We will be facing the Alabama
Tennessee
Tech.
Damn.
We will be playing Mississippi State. We will be playing Tennessee. We will be playing Kentucky. We will be playing Ole Miss, and we will be playing Texas. And the 4 hardest games.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Road.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite things with conference realignment is looking at like potential new rivalries that could be formed, right? And one like potential rivalry that I think would be pretty solid, not necessarily competitive wise, but like mentally, if that makes sense, would be like Oregon, Ohio State, or Washington, Michigan State. For the SEC, I can see Texas and Georgia being a rivalry.
Texas and Georgia, yes, sir.
Yeah. But yeah, facts. Here, I'll rattle. Since Chip skipped a few of the teams. Oh, never mind. He just pulled it up. There's Tennessee Tech, UMass, Georgia Tech.
Man, I'm not reading off those names to prove that point. Jeff Roy, Roll Tide guy. Yeah, Jeff Roy. We'll see you next week.
Honestly, that's the only. I mean, outside of a few sorry SEC teams like Mississippi State and Auburn, right? Those are like the only quote unquote cupcakes on the schedule. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. Those are cupcakes.
Yeah. Clemson, that's at home. Y'all should win that one, but that one can be competitive. That one can be competitive.
Why did they put the hardest games for us on the road, man?
That is true. At Bama, at Ole Miss, at Texas.
Why can't we get Bama?
Y'all end the season with 3 straight road games. That's going to be tough.
Oh no! The dates are still to be determined.
I know. Okay. So this schedule order can change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Man,
right.
This is some bullshit, though, bro. What the fuck is this?
Hey, dude. Hey, when you're on top, man, they try to knock you off, bro. They try to knock you off. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, Jeff Roy. If we beat Bama on the road, I don't want to hear no excuses.
Y'all actually also only have 4 road games, so you guys have the same amount of home games as we do.
Wait, those are the only 4 road games. True.
Yeah.
Because listen, let's be honest, Dale. Florida is not going to be much better next season, so I'm going to count that as a home game, considering that we're wearing the red jerseys and half that stadium is always red. And Clemson is in Atlanta, man.
Half.
Atlanta's a home game.
Say 3/4, bro.
That's true. So in reality, the only hard games are the road games because we only have 4 road games. So the freak out is now a little bit less, but those 4 road games are rough, man. They are
That is
tough
true.
teams to play on the road.
Texas, yeah,
Kentucky,
Kentucky.
Ole Miss, Alabama, like all 4 of those are
Alabama.
gonna be well. Yeah, jeez, man. Hold on, Jeff
Man,
Roy's got a question.
I hope Bill comes back for the Bama Georgia game next year,
I
being
have a
like, oh,
question. If
Bama's
Bama
good. Oh, if Bama beats Auburn and beats Georgia in a close game, does Bama and no?
No.
Jeff, no, Jeff.
If,
We had this
if
discussion.
Bama, we've had this discussion so many times. There's a
No.
0.0000001% chance both of them get in. In other words,
Yeah.
it's not happening. It's just not.
Yeah. The only hope
you guys
for the SEC
you
to have a
guys
team
need
in is Georgia winning.
you guys need way too much to happen for both of them to get in. Could Bama get in if they beat Georgia? Yeah, but they would need
Of
some
course.
help.
Yes.
And
Dude,
I just
it's a huge no, hold on.
Mm.
It's a huge possibility that no SEC team gets in if Georgia loses. That's the fact.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's just simply true. You know.
You got to have two, a bunch of 2-loss conference champions for that to happen, bro.
Yeah, you would need
Yeah.
you would need the winner of Michigan State and Ohio State, Michigan and Ohio State to lose in the
Yeah.
Big Ten championship to Iowa. You would need Florida State to lose a game. You would need Washington to lose a game, and ideally, you would want Texas and Oregon to also lose a game.
Yeah. So
There's
Bama's
just too much to happen. There's just too much to happen.
yeah. So Bama's pulling for all those teams to win.
Well, not necessarily all of that, but
okay.
like a combination of that.
Yeah.
Is the most plausible scenario. Listen up, because Jeff, I'm gonna answer it with this. Here. Oh my God, Discord, shut up. Okay, so here it is. Listen carefully, Jeff, and everybody else. All right, so basically, Alabama beats Georgia. It's not gonna happen, but let's say it does. All right, there we go. That happened. Okay, Louisville needs to beat Florida State. That's a 1-loss team right there. That just won the championship, along with Alabama being a 1-loss team. That needs to happen. Second of all, Washington would need to lose to Oregon, and it would be much better if they lost to Arizona, because if they lose to Arizona, that's a 3-loss team they lost to, and Arizona is now the Pac-12 champion. That is a 3-loss team. So they need Washington to lose. They
And
need
Oregon to lose tonight.
Florida
Yeah.
State. They need Oregon to lose tonight. That is also true. And with that, you probably get in number 4. Because Texas
this is the way I see it.
Because I have it up right here.
Whoa.
Then you would have Michigan number 1. No, listen. Michigan would be number 1. You're gonna have Texas be number 2 at that case, because I'm assuming they're gonna win too. Texas is 2 because they're gonna be ahead of Bama because of the win-loss thing. And then they're gonna put the Pac-12 champion above that, so that's 3, and that means that 4 is the spot you're gonna have. But I doubt FSU is losing to Louisville, so then that's where FSU takes the number 4 spot, and Alabama's number 5 hanging out.
The most likely scenario is you get Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and Florida State all undefeated, 13-0.
Yeah, but the facts are you're not losing to you're losing to Georgia, so don't even have hope.
Well,
I think Florida could beat Florida State, since Florida State does have that injury, but I still think next man up, and I think Florida State gets.
Oh yeah, we got to consider that, man. Florida State, man, dude.
I still think Florida State take care of business. Florida's
now. Hey,
yes, Florida also lost their starting QB. Let's remember that now.
Hey, here's the big question though. Here's the more plausible scenario. So Georgia wins, they're number 1. Michigan number 2. Washington number 3. Here's the question with the number 4 spot. FSU loses to not only Florida, but they also lose to Louisville. Now hold on.
Yeah.
Now hold on. Texas wins their conference.
Yes.
Who do you put in, Texas or Louisville?
Texas. Strength of schedule.
Texas has a better loss.
Yes, absolutely.
Louisville lost to Pitt.
Who's Louisville?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pitt.
Louisville lost to Pitt, and Texas lost to Oklahoma.
Ooh,
That's a bad loss. That's a bad loss. That's a bad loss for Louisville.
Yeah, if Louisville wants to get in, they also need a lot to happen, even if they go 12-1. That loss to that loss to Pitt is just a unexplainable bad loss.
That was a killer for them, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, but if Texas loses loses their conference and Louisville wins, right? Does Ohio State
Well,
have a chance to get in because of how weak the ACC is?
no, I don't think so.
I don't. They might have. I can see the committee trying to do that, but I doubt it because the Notre Dame win isn't looking as impressive, and the Penn State
It's not
win is solid.
Yeah, no, it's not
So-
impressive at all, bro.
So I think Louisville might get in in that scenario. I think if Texas loses the conference championship game and Louisville wins theirs, right, and you get like undefeated Michigan, undefeated Georgia, undefeated Washington, right, and obviously Bama loses 2 games, Oregon lost 2 games, right. The real debate would be between Louisville and Ohio State. Well, I'm going to take in my personal opinion, I am going to take a 12-1 Power 5 conference champion over a 11-1 team that didn't make their conference championship. Even if that 11-1 team would beat the 12-1 team, it's the same thing with how TCU made the playoffs over Bama last year. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
So I think
wins and loss matters, man.
So
it matters
for Louisville to make it to the college football playoff. They would need Texas to lose, and they would need to win. And then they would need Michigan, Georgia, and Washington to take care of business. And then at that point, it really comes down to the debate of Ohio State and Louisville.
Well, like I said, I think wins matters, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, winning games is the most important thing. You win your games,
right? Exactly.
And let's not forget, unlike previous seasons, we have a situation where the top 5 teams are all undefeated, and it's the last.
Well, that will change tomorrow.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm bringing that up because when you're this late into the season and you have 5 undefeated
still
teams,
this questionable.
You have 5 undefeated teams, and the next 2 teams are 1-loss teams who have a chance at their conference championship, by the way.
Yeah.
It makes chaos almost impossible because of how it is. So I'm sorry. Jeff, listen. This is if this was Lou's channel, he'd be repeating this question in a Lou nerdy voice. I understand Bama has improved.
Head-to-head still matters.
Wait a minute. Jeff Roy, yeah, Bama has improved.
But head-to-head still matters.
And I give Mildew credit. He has improved, man. But there's the team. Some of the teams they played, dude. He's not going to do the same thing against Georgia that he did against LSU and fucking Kentucky.
Well, I think Jeff's argument is okay. Bama improved since Texas, so if both them and Texas go 12-1, they should get in over Texas because they have looked better over the course of the season.
Yeah, but
But I disagree with that simply due to the fact that head-to-head matters. I don't care how early it is in the season.
Yes, it matters.
Texas beat Bama head-to-head in week 2 at Bama. At the end of the day, even if Bama would beat Texas now, that doesn't matter. Texas won the game, so Texas at 12-1 would get in over a 12-1 Bama.
And they won it, in Tuscaloosa, and they looked dominant. So
yeah,
Jeff, sorry to burst your bubble and sorry to burst Bama fans, but the fact of the matter is, here's what's going to happen: Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and Florida State, all in that order from 1 to 4, are going to be in the national champion, or are going to be in the playoff this year.
Yeah, I think that's how it shakes out. Although I think personally, if all 4 of those teams go undefeated, it goes. I would put Washington at 1 just because Washington would have the best resume of the 4. But I definitely think it shakes up to be Georgia, Michigan, Washington, and Florida State.
The committee's not putting Georgia and Michigan in the same game.
No, they won't. They know the money. They know the money.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the same reason why they didn't put.
That's not going to be one of the first round games, Georgia, Michigan. Fuck that. No, that's not.
That's going to be the national title game.
That's the
Yeah.
same reason they didn't put Ohio State and Michigan in the semifinal last year. Because I think if you were going to go on, I think the reasonable thing was to put Ohio State at 3 and TCU at 4, but they decided to do a flip flop for obvious reasons.
Well, I mean, while I get your argument, at the end of the day, TCU won 12 games and Ohio State won 11. So I would have still put TCU ahead.
Yeah,
You know?
Exactly.
But
Wins
yeah.
matter, bro. Wins matter.
Hey, but the facts are, whoever loses tomorrow in Ohio State, Michigan is not going to the playoffs. It's not the same
Yeah,
thing as
that's
last year.
facts. And
If you lose, you're out.
no, that's facts. That's facts. Whoever loses, they will be at the 5.
No, tomorrow is the playoff game for them.
Yeah, facts. And we already know who's gonna win.
Dude,
Yeah,
beam, bro, beam. I hope to God, bro. I hope to God for your sake that Michigan wins tomorrow, bro. Because if they don't, then Ohio State
This
fans are gonna have a
podcast,
field day.
bro. If
Bro.
they don't, I'm just gonna block the word Michigan and Ohio State on Twitter, so I don't have to see it. and then when me and you do this podcast episode, it's gonna be so depressing.
Yeah.
But hey, that's not gonna happen though. Michigan's
No,
gonna
it's
take
not.
care of business, and I'm gonna be talking my shit.
Yeah.
Michigan's gonna roll, bro. I think Michigan wins by 10 or more.
Same.
Oh my God.
Michigan wins by double digits.
Yeah.
Dude,
McCord, I just don't trust. I don't trust McCord. I know they got Harrison and all that, and they got that. I think don't they have that other receiver coming back? What's his name?
They only really have Marvin Harrison. That would be so for
Yeah, well, and I don't.
And I'm actually gonna talk about that in like my rant that I'll do later, because
Hey, keep up alive.
I have a
bro.
point
Keep up
about
alive. And also, Harrison's a future Falcon. Just saying.
I can't, hey, dude, I really can't wait for this game tomorrow, bro. I really can't, man.
The game.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Jeez, did I say 9 p.m.? 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time for the game.
10 my time. 10 my time.
10 o'clock Dale's time. I don't know where he
Mountain
lives.
time.
Oh yeah, Colorado.
Mountain time.
So little advertisement here. We're gonna have everybody's gonna be there. We're gonna have Beam there. We're gonna have me there. We're all gonna chill and have a
And
good time.
I tomorrow will be the host.
Hey,
by the way,
Jeff Roy.
Beam
Jeff
is
Roy.
in charge tomorrow.
Jeff Roy.
It'll be on your channel, but I will be the host. I will be in charge.
Jeff Roy. Bama's not beating Georgia. Stop it, bro. Sorry to tell you.
Facts.
Listen, Jeff. Let's save this for next week.
Thank you.
Save it for next week.
Talk.
Because
Save the talk.
that whole week is going to be Bama Georgia week, because that will be the biggest game next week. Because let's just face it, Iowa and Michigan isn't going to be competitive.
No, not at all.
Michigan's going to roll Iowa like we did 2 years ago.
I was going to score 3 points. Michigan's going to score like 40. So
yeah.
Yeah. I want to make it very clear that if Oregon loses tonight, I'm going to be contacting every Oregon fan that I know personally, going to their houses, chilling them,
knocking on their doors, like, "Hey, y'all season over."
No, I'm gonna go to all of them. I'm gonna be like, "Okay, so you said you'd be Georgia, right? What about now?"
Hey, Uncle Lou will take care of your season is over.
Thanks.
Oh God. Hey,
we got to talk about. Oh shit! Go ahead.
Another reason why the game is the best rivalry in all of sports, including this year's game, Michigan and Ohio State has had the most top 5 matchups in a series history, with 13 top 5 matchups. Second place is Texas and Oklahoma with 10.
Nice.
The game's the best rivalry. It doesn't nothing touches it. I don't care. I don't care what level. Nothing touches the game.
Hey, bro, Liberty and UTEP might rival that this year. I'm just saying, bro.
I'm going
to.
You're about to make me go Dr. Dre in here and have a brain aneurysm.
Touchdown, Texas.
Oh shit. Touchdown, Texas.
69 yards.
The topic before we head to the final topic of today's show, which is the rant.
Oh yeah.
FSU versus Florida. Listen, Octavian is not here to represent his Florida Gators, so we're gonna have to speak on his behalf. And I think personally, despite the fact that this game is being held in the swamp and the QB situation at FSU has now been destroyed, I think personally FSU wins this game handily.
No, all right, listen, this is what I think will happen. It's going to be a competitive, close first half, and Florida might even lead at the end of the half. But by the end of the game, Florida State wins by 9 or more.
Florida State wins by 14, bro. 14 easily.
I'm going to say Florida State wins by at least 9. I'm feeling like Florida State wins by 10 after a closed first half.
Yeah. Florida just ain't. I don't know.
I don't trust Florida to win in the big in a big game like this.
Even though that backup quarterback did do a pretty good job.
Yeah,
I just don't think Florida's got the horses for it.
And again, a lot of people are saying Florida will beat Florida State, but because we haven't seen like the backup for Florida State play. But I don't know. I trust Florida State to I trust Florida State's backup to come in, do what he's supposed to do, win the game, go to the ACC championship game, and that's when we can start talking about Florida State potentially losing a game. That's when we can start talking about that.
My brothers, it's Florida. Florida's not winning jack.
No. Facts. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying next week when they play Louisville, that's when we can start talking about Florida State potentially losing a game.
Yeah.
I just think Florida State's going to be closer than initially thought, simply due to the injury.
Hey, I personally think y'all underrating the FSU backup, but that's just
no. A lot of people are saying I'm not underrating him because I think he comes in and does what he needs to do. I just think it's going to be a close game because he's got to get that first start jitters out in the first half. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Well,
so I can easily see it being 17-14 Florida or Florida State going to halftime, but then the game end 27-17 Florida State. You know what I'm saying?
The reason Florida loses, Sunbelt Billy. That's why they lose.
No, that's facts. So I'm putting more faith on the Florida State backup more than most people because most people are saying Florida State's going to lose this game because of the backup. But I think he'll do what he needs to do, but he'll have some first half jitters, Hence why I think it's going to be a closer game than initially thought.
Setting up to be an interesting weekend next week for FSU at Louisville. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Let me just hide this on the screen real quick. All right, Beam. Cook.
All right. Listen, I'm just gonna play my podcast clip from earlier today because I don't want to reiterate 50 million different things. So I got the tab pulled up. This is my channel. It's the same account that I'm on right here. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to, you can go check it out. Shameless plug. This is a clip. This is the clip from the end of my podcast called The Beamcast, where I rant about Ohio State. As you see the title, Michigan Wolverines fan owns Michigan State University, Ohio State University, and the entire state of Ohio in an epic rant. Let's get it. So there is that. And then
full screen.
Oh, it's full screen? I got you. Full volume too.
All right, enjoy.
Friday. On Saturday, there's a little thing known as college football. Specifically, the game. Now, you're like, well, duh, football is the game. The rivalry between the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Sucknuts. If you don't know, I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan. We don't call them by their names this week, all right? We call them the Sucknuts. Fuck Ohio State. Listen, Ohio State fans are so delusional. Oh, you stole signs, you cheated. Well, one, there's evidence coming out that you guys might have done the exact same shit down to the T that we did, just with other teams. You also had our signs as well. Now, however, you could have gotten them in legal manner compared to what we did. But again, I don't give a fuck. You've got to play football. You have to stop it, right? And, yeah, it was wrong of us to do what we did and all that. But again, one, it looks like y'all were doing the same shit that we did. And then two, again, you had our signs. So there was less competitive advantage there, other than the fact that we were just better. You don't get smacked across the face 2 years in a row by 20 points, like 20 plus points both times, and it be a complete product of one individual person's whole sign stealing scandal or whatever the fuck you want to say, right? We own you all the time. We own you all time, 60-51. Look it up, all time record. We have more wins than you, 1,000 wins. The only football team ever to have 1,000 wins, no matter the level, pro, college, FCS, Division II, Division III, high school, doesn't matter. The only team to have 1,000 wins in football history, more national titles than you, 11-8. All right. And again, we own the record all time. We've beaten you twice in a row. We own you now. We own you all time. None of this. Oh, but we have more wins in the last 10 years. Nobody gives a fuck. People give a fuck about now and all time. Now we own you. All time we own you. You guys are little fucking sissies. Y'all are soft as all fuck. Okay. Your coach is soft. All right. And your team is soft. So now, because your coach is soft and your team is soft, Ohio State fans are soft. And when we give you a bitch smack across the face tomorrow on Saturday, right, in Ann Arbor, in the big house for the third straight year, and y'all come up with more excuses, right, we're just going to laugh because we know damn well you don't really have excuses. It's put up or shut up. We don't even have our head coach for the game because he's suspended over this bullshit. All right? So I want y'all to understand, we own you all time. We own you right now. And y'all are going to get a bitch smacking across the face on Saturday. It's Michigan versus everybody. And when Michigan wins that national title, all right, when Michigan wins that national title and beats Georgia for that national title,
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, let the ramp play.
Yeah, it could very well. A lot of people are going to be angry. Yeah, people are going to be like, oh, but they cheated. It has an asterisk. Nobody gives a fuck because guess what? At the end of the day, we'll be on top of the college football world, and we would have beaten the shit out of our little sisters known as Ohio State. You're not even little bro. Little bro's Michigan State, and they're speaking up like their program's fucking relevant. Michigan State, y'all need to sit the fuck down, okay? Not only are you worse at academics, you have a way higher acceptance rate than Michigan, so naturally you have a worse academics. You guys don't even place in the top 100 globally in academics. Michigan places in the top 30 in academics globally, right? Your guys are known as the party school. You guys are little brothers in football. You got smacked 49-0 this year. You guys get smacked across Michigan. You guys get smacked across the face against Michigan almost all the damn time. It's like, what about basketball? Y'all lost already 2 games. One of them to fucking James Madison in basketball. And you guys were a top 4 ranked team when you lost to him. And that was your first fucking game of the year. So Michigan State, I don't know why the fuck y'all are talking because y'all can't fucking talk. You guys can finally pipe down until your program becomes fucking relevant. And Ohio State, again, your little sisters, all right? We own you all time. We own you right now. You guys are soft as all fuck. And it's like, oh, what about our defense? Our defense has improved. And yeah, your defense has improved. I can't lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Let's look at the facts. Ohio State's defense is great this year. You know what isn't great this year? Ohio State's fucking offense. Ohio State's defense is good this year, and Ohio State's offense is mediocre. They're just a slightly better version than Bama. You know what I mean? Right? Because they're both built similarly. Bama, shit offense, or well, not necessarily shit, but mediocre offense, great defense. Ohio State's the same shit, right? So you guys are soft on offense this year compared to you guys were soft on defense the last 2 years, and this year you're just soft on offense. You guys are going to get pushed around, beat the fuck up, and then you guys aren't going to make the Big Ten championship. Michigan's going to go 13-0, go 14-0, then 15-0, while you guys sit on the sidelines at home and won't make the playoffs this year because it's so fucking stacked this year. Good luck next year because you'll actually make the fucking playoffs in the 12-team playoff and then maybe lose in the first or second round because we know damn well you guys aren't going to win a national championship for a while because Michigan's going to be on top. All right? That's just facts. So sit the fuck down and worry about coming back. But the thing is, you're only going to come back for the next 10 to 15 years. I swear to God. You might get a 1 win here and there, but guess what? You guys had your period of dominance. But let's talk about the facts. From like the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s, Michigan had that period of dominance that y'all had too, right? We had a period of dominance. It's going back to that. Rivalries have period of dominances between teams. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're going to get bitch smacked across the face for like the next decade and a half, 20 years. And y'all are going to be crying the entire time, and I'm going to fucking enjoy it, all right? I'm going to enjoy it so much, man. All right? So fuck the suck nuts. Fuck Ohio State. Fuck the whole state of Ohio. Fuck the Ohio Bobcats. Fuck the Toledo Rockets. Fuck the
Jesus
Bowling Green
Christ.
Falcons. Fuck the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Fuck the Ohio State suck nuts. Fuck the whole state of Ohio. Fuck the Cincinnati Bengals. Fuck the
Damn.
Columbus Blue Jackets. Fuck the Cleveland Cavaliers. Fuck the Cleveland Browns.
I forgot one team. I forgot one team. Fuck the Akron Zips.
Nah, you forgot the Columbus
Except my
Crew.
one homie in Ohio.
The MLS can sit aside.
My
for
man, you know I'm talking to. My one homie in Ohio, he's good. Because guess what? He's a Michigan fan because you know y'all some bitches. Okay? Fuck the whole state of Ohio. Fuck Ohio State. Sorry ass team. Sorry ass state. And guess what? Y'all want to know what the state of Ohio is most known for? For being a fucking meme. A meme. You know what the state of Michigan is known for? It's known for the Great Lakes. Amazing scenery. It's known for fucking cars. The place that invented cars. Automobiles. All right? We're known for the city of Detroit. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, that's up to you, right? But we at least have great scenery, known for the Great Lakes, probably the most famous lakes in the world, and cars, which has been adapted by damn near every fucking country, if not every country, in all parts of the world, because Michigan invented cars. Ohio is literally just a slightly more known version of the state of Iowa, because you guys aren't known for jack shit outside of the fact that you're a fucking meme. And sports, you have a sports teams compared to Iowa, which only has the fucking Hawkeyes and the Cyclones, which are both sorry as fuck.
Not Iowa
You know.
catching a stray out of
But even then,
nowhere.
I hesitate to count sports, because then that's just every place that has a fucking competent sports team in college or football, a college or pro level. You know what I mean? So if we remove sports from the picture, you're literally just a slightly more known version of Iowa, because there's nothing fucking there, and you're only slightly more known because you're a fucking joke. The state of Ohio is a joke. The Ohio State University, not the Ohio State University, is a fucking joke. And the suck nuts are going to get an ass whooping tomorrow on the 25th, Saturday, in the game, in Ann Arbor, in the big house, in the state of fucking Michigan. And y'all will be crying the entire time along with your damn coach. Because guess what? I know this is going to piss off you Ohio State fans. This is going to piss off your coach, because, you know, y'all coach went on a rant against Lou Holtz when you guys beat Notre Dame miraculously. Y'all upset Notre Dame because Notre Dame should have won that damn game. Let's be for real. Y'all upsetted Notre Dame, and Notre Dame isn't even that good. Went on a rant against Lou Holtz because Lou Holtz said Ohio State is soft, and he was pissed about it. Guess what? Ohio State is fucking soft, and y'all going to be crying. All right? There's a reason Ryan Day is known as Crying Day, all right? Michigan is just better. It's time to face the facts, Ohio State fans. Live in reality. Stop with your delusions. And with that being said, that's the end of this podcast. Go Blue. Go Wolverines.
That is the rant that I did on my podcast. I got some more things to add, though. One, again, I did forget a couple teams. You know, the Columbus Crew. The MLS can sit aside, though, just because, like, I respect MLS, but they're not as known as other sports teams, right? And then the Akron Zips, which are sorry as fuck all the damn time. Fuck the Akron Zips. Second of all, I get it. They have Marvin Harrison Jr. He's a great wide receiver. Any damn team in the country would like to have him. But name one other weapon on Ohio State's team that isn't Marvin Harrison. Name one. Point proven. Point proven. Now we have Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum. That's two, right? But on top of that, you know, statistically, JJ McCarthy is pretty similar to Kyle McCord when it comes to passing yards and passing touchdowns and all that, right? We're just a more balanced all-around offense, right? So if I have to pick between 1-star weapon player or a all-around balanced offense, I'm taking the fucking balanced offense, because that means if you cover one guy, all right, I can go to the next guy. Or if you cover him too, guess what? I'm going to just run the ball and run it down your damn throat like we did the past 2 years, like fucking Oregon did to you guys 2 years ago. Oregon! And before that, Oregon had never beaten Ohio State, believe it or not. But Oregon ran it down your damn throat. And you know what? And when y'all upset Notre Dame, guess what Notre Dame was doing to win that game? Running it down your damn throat. Okay.
Beam. I only got one question. What the fuck is a zip?
I have no fucking idea. All I know is fucking Akron's mascot is a fucking kangaroo.
What the fuck is a zip?
I got no idea, bro. And BGM, don't come in here talking shit. I know you're a Bama fan. You know damn well Bama would lose to fucking Michigan. But I'm not going to spend my energy ranting about Bama. I'm going to be ranting about the team that matters right now, which is Ohio State, because Ohio State actually has playoff implications unlike Bama does, okay? Second of all, so again, right, I'd rather have that balanced offense over that fucking, just 1-star player, right? Michigan's going to beat Ohio State. We're going to bitch smack Iowa in the Big Ten championship. We're going to beat Washington in the playoffs. And then we're going to go to, where is it being hosted this year? Houston, right? Houston. Go into Houston, beat Georgia, be on top of the college football world. I don't care about the asterisk. I don't care about the cheating. At the end of the day, you played the games. If you want to stop us, fucking beat us. At the end of the day, beat us, Ohio State. Because guess what? You guys fucking can't. There's a reason you guys are losing the record all time. And you don't even have the privilege of being little brother. Michigan State gets the privilege of being little brother. Your little sister. Imagine being that sorry and soft of a fucking program that your little sister and not even little brother. That's amazing to me.
That's harsh, bro. That's harsh.
That is amazing. All right. And to everyone else in the Big Ten, Michigan State, Ohio State, all of them, Iowa, Northwestern, all of them, right? So Michigan State, that's little brother. Ohio State, that's little sister, right? Everyone else in the Big Ten, Michigan is their dad, their fucking father, all right? We have the most conference championships, the most wins, the second most national championships. Like, come on now. Put some fucking respect on my Michigan Wolverines names. Go blue, baby. We're going to beat the fuck out of Ohio State tomorrow. And on that stream tomorrow, I'm going to be screaming at the top of my lungs because listen, I got another thing to pull up. All day tomorrow, all right? All day tomorrow, y'all are going to be hearing this wonderful thing I like to call the best fight song in the fucking country. Go blue, baby.
Oh, Lord.
Go blue.
Oh, my God. All right.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute. I'll agree with everything you said, except y'all not beating Georgia, Beam.
Hey,
Michigan.
All right, save it.
Let's save the trash talk.
Michigan is dollar store Georgia. Get that through your head. Michigan is dollar store Georgia.
Hold on, everyone, save it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, B Jamming, Floby, Beam, Dale, Jeff, Bulldogs, everybody. In less than 24 hours, we will be live to watch the game. Hope all of you will be there. We will all be there. We're having a good time. Beam will be basically the host of the stream. In fact, I'm going to talk to him after this to tell him how that works because there's actually a setting I can do to have him be the guy.
Deuces, fellas. I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, see you.
All right, see you, Ben.
And the rest, everybody in the chat as well, have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Go Dogs.
Go
and Beam,
blue. Go Michigan. Beat the fucking suck nuts.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yes, sir.